Hello and welcome back to Vintage. Let's reminisce about that enticing box that transformed living rooms into theaters and spinning card holders that served as a precursor to internet social networking. Today, we'll explore 10 ordinary objects from the past that have faded into obscurity. The Rolodex, an ingenious creation by Danish engineer Hildar Nielsen in 1956, revolutionized the organization of contact information before the digital age. Its clever design, merging the concepts of rolling and indexing, made retrieving phone numbers and addresses effortless. Each card within the Rolodex served as a customizable entry point, allowing users to jot down or type details as needed. By the 1980s, a bulging Rolodex was not just a practical tool, but also a status symbol indicative of extensive business networks and success. However, with the advent of social and digital contact management systems integrated into computers and smartphones, the Rolodex gradually faded into obscurity. Despite its decline in usage, the Rolodex remains a nostalgic reminder of an era when physical organization systems were essential components of office efficiency and professional networking. Dial-up internet access, introduced in the 80s, was popularized throughout the 1990s, revolutionized how individuals connected to the burgeoning World Wide Web. Utilizing existing telephone infrastructure, users dialed into internet service providers or ISPs via their telephone lines, establishing a connection through a modem. This process involved the conversion of digital data into audio signals for transmission over the phone network and vice versa. Despite its widespread adoption, dial-up was characterized by its distinct sounds and sluggish speeds, typically peaking at 56 kilobytes per second. However, the advent of broadband technologies such as DSL and cable internet in the late 1990s and early 2000s marked a significant leap forward in connection speeds and reliability. Consequently, dial-up gradually faded into obsolescence, particularly in urban areas where faster broadband options became readily available, shaping the landscape of modern internet connectivity. Floppy disks, ubiquitous in the computing landscape in the 80s and 90s, played a crucial role as the primary method for storing and transferring data. Initially introduced in an 8-inch format, they later evolved into the more compact 5¼ inch and 3½ inch sizes, offering convenience and portability. Despite their widespread use, floppy disks had limited data capacity compared to modern storage solutions. With the advancement of technology, the emergence of USB flash drives, CDs, and online storage revolutionized data storage and transfer capabilities, offering higher capacity and faster speeds. Consequently, floppy disks gradually fell out of favor and are now considered obsolete relics of computing history. Nonetheless, they remain a testament to the rapid evolution of technology and hold significance in historical importance in the development of computing. Before the era of ubiquitous cell phones, pagers, commonly referred to as beepers, played a vital role in facilitating communication. These compact devices provided a simple yet effective means of receiving messages and notifications, often accompanied by a distinct beep or vibration alert. Users would then seek out a telephone to return the call, making pagers indispensable for professionals like doctors and emergency workers in the 80s and 90s. However, despite their utility, pagers acquired negative associations due to their misuse in illicit activities, tarnishing their reputation. The advent of smartphones and the widespread adoption of text messaging gradually rendered pagers obsolete, as these modern communication tools offered enhanced functionality and convenience. Consequently, the use of pagers has experienced a significant decline, marking the end of an era in communication technology. Cassette tapes, a breakthrough invention by Lou Ottens and his team at Philips in 1963, revolutionized the way people consumed music. These compact plastic cases housed magnetic tape on two miniature spools, offering a portable and customizable medium for recording and playback. Throughout the 70s and 80s, cassette tapes soared in popularity, particularly with the advent of the iconic Sony Walkman in 1979, which empowered listeners to enjoy music on the move. However, the rise of CDs, MP3 players, and digital music formats in the late 20th century signaled the decline of cassette tapes. While they once dominated the music scene, cassette tapes are now mainly sought after by collectors for their nostalgic value or utilized for specialized projects, marking a nostalgic chapter in the evolution of music technology. The answering machine, a device for managing telephone calls and recording messages, has an intriguing history. Invented in the 20th century, early versions utilized magnetic recording technology pioneered by Valdemar Poulsen in 1898. The first practical answering machine emerged in the 30s, developed by inventors like Clarence Hickman of Bell Laboratories. However, Bell Labs kept Hickman's invention confidential, fearing it would reduce phone call volume. The first commercially successful answering machine, the electronic secretary, debuted in 1949. With time, answering machines became more affordable and widespread, particularly after AT&T's restructuring in 1984. Today, they have largely been replaced by integrated voicemail systems and phones, yet they played a pivotal role in the advancements of telephone communication. Personal digital assistants, commonly referred to as PDAs, were significant devices prior to the dominance of smartphones. Psion introduced the first PDA in 1984, although the term PDA was popularized by Apple's CEO in 1992 with the Apple Newton. These handheld gadgets resembled miniature computers, aiding users in managing personal info such as calendars, to-do lists, and address books. By the early 2000s, most PDAs had internet connectivity and touchscreens. However, the advent of smartphones offered expanded capabilities, rendering PDAs less popular and eventually obsolete. The Yellow Pages, an iconic directory system organizing businesses by service category, traces its roots back to 1883, when a printer in Cheyenne, Wyoming, improvised with yellow paper for a phone directory. By 1886, official Yellow Pages directories were established, becoming indispensable resources for locating local businesses like plumbers or restaurants before the Internet era. However, with the advent of internet search engines, the Yellow Pages faced a decline in relevance. The ease and efficiency of online searches rendered the physical directories obsolete, leading to their discontinuation in many countries. For instance, the UK ceased printing Yellow Pages in 2019, marking the end of an era for this once vital resource in the realm of business discovery. The cathode ray tube, CRT, a pivotal innovation in display technology, was commonly found in older televisions and computer monitors. Operating by directing electron beams at a phosphorescent screen to generate images, this technology traces back to the late 19th century, with the initial version known as the Braun tube, developed by German physicist Ferdinand Braun in 1897. CRTs were bulky and weighty due to their thick glass construction, demanding substantial space. They were eventually superseded by modern display technologies like LCD, plasma, and OLED, which offer lighter, slimmer, and more energy-efficient alternatives. By the mid-2000s, CRTs had largely become obsolete as flat panel displays became prevalent for their numerous advantages. If you enjoyed this vintage video, feel free to check out the next one. And remember to like and subscribe. It greatly supports our channel.